welcome to my video. Today I'm gonna do some makeup and then more makeup and then I'm gonna do this, but I can't do it. But I can, but I gotta do my mama's makeup. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Amanda and today we're going to do 3 looks using the new Kat Von D 10th Anniversary palette that looks like this. I'm also going to be doing comparison swatches against the Saint & Sinner palette. There are a few in there that were actually surprising to me as to how similar they were versus others that were not as similar as I expected them to be. Also, I'm going to be doing, for my next video, I will do a comparison tutorial where I'll do one eye using the Kat Von D 10th Anniversary and one using the Saint & Sinner palette to really put them head to head to see how similar those shades are. So if you would like to see that video, don't forget to subscribe down below so you can be notified as soon as I upload. Click that little bell. Also, if there's any other videos that you would like to see from me, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and also give this video a thumbs up for me. At the end of my looks, I will also give you some of my thoughts on these shades, how they perform versus past formulas, kind of just my overall thoughts on those. So stick around to the end if you want to see that, and let's get started. Starting in the crease, I'm going in with the shade Nancy and placing that on the inner half of my crease, and then going in with the shade Malice on the outer half. You'll see that I go back and forth because I will be building them up and blending them out and going back and forth a lot. So here I'm just going to go in and do a half cut crease with some Tarte Shape Tape, and I did this so the shade Alexandra would lay down nicely, but you could also probably do this just using some glitter glue. Climbing up, coming down, gonna make the call. Take my hand and leave it all, leave it all, leave it all. Now I don't want a super clean cut crease, so I'm going back in with that shade Malice and building that up on the outer corner, and then going back in with Alexandra and sort of trying to blend those together so they kind of are a gradient effect and blend into each other. As you can see, like most pressed glitter shades, this one definitely applies better with your finger. clean up my line here, and then I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup before wetting the shade Kelly for my lower lash line. In case you didn't know, the shade Leofar, that bright green right there, is actually named after Raphael, which is Kat Von D's new husband. So I'm just placing that over the lash shade to kind of give it a little bit more vibrance. And then we're just placing a little bit of Egypt in the inner corner for our highlight, which I don't recommend. It's not a good highlight shade, but that is the look. Starting with the shade Melanie, sort of a light yellow, I'm placing that in the crease as a transition shade. And then I'm going in with the shade Sylvia, which is a mustard yellow, and I'm going to really pack that on the lid and in the crease.
Climbing up, coming down, gonna make the call. Take my hand, leave it all, leave it all, leave it all.
To give the eyes a little bit of definition, I'm going in with the shade Adele and placing that on the outer corner. I'm building the shade up slowly and blending it out as I go to give our eye that gradient effect. I'm using my pinky in the shade Egypt and placing that just there on the inner third before taking the shade Sylvia and starting the process all over again on the lower lash line, repeating the same steps. For my lips, I use the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Nosferatu in the shade Malice, which I just placed over my lips with my finger. It's a tattoo liner for my wing. These lights are really hot, so I'm gonna have the window open. I hope that's not too distracting between the birds and the wind. We've been having crazy storms. Also, I already did my like no foundation makeup routine today, so I don't know if I'm really gonna add to that much. I don't know, we'll see. So I already have kind of like concealer on and stuff, so I have already primed my eyelids, so we're just gonna get started. We are starting with the shade Sarah, placing that in the crease, on the lid, everywhere, and really packing it on there. And then I went in lightly with the shade Caroline on the outer half of my crease and blended that out. Now I'm going in with the shade Adele and placing that on the outer corner of the eye. And then I decided to add a little bit more color and decided to add Catherine to the outer half of the eye. Now I'm just dusting some of that shade Sarah on the lower lash line and then stamping the shade Leofar closer to the lash line. So excuse the rest of the face, but what I added is I just added some of my Lord & Berry eyeliner for the waterline. I used the Kat Von D tattoo liner I didn't quite go for a wing, I just went over the lash line. I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte in the shade 105. So for my inner corner highlight and for my brow bone highlight, I used this shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I didn't think any of the shades in there kind of really gave me the highlight I was looking for. There's not really a good like designated highlight shade. So just pop some of that in there. Then for lashes, I just did my favorite Balm Mad Lash Mascara. And that is the look. It's kind of a cool toned, grungy, smoky eye kind of thing. And at first I didn't like it, but it's kind of wearing on me. Okay, so that's it for the 3 looks. I hope you enjoyed them, or at least you were inspired with some of the colors I used to create your own looks. I just wanted to give you a little bit of thoughts. I wanted to give you my thoughts on what I thought about this palette. I do think the formula is different from her Saint and Sinner palette and previous palettes, but I have noticed, as with all Kat Von D matte shades, they don't tend to swatch as well as they apply. I think they all really apply beautifully. So when you get over to these cool toned matte shades over here, I notice when I use them together they tend to muddy up a little bit, especially these two and this gray one right here. I really like the gray. I feel like that's a hard shade to have pigment but still be sort of a subtle color. So I really appreciate that gray. This, for me, these are nothing like any other shades I have in my collection. They're kind of giving me like Viseart dark matte vibes, and so I was really excited. It's just nothing like I have in my personal collection, so that's really exciting. Now, as far as the glitter shades go, they all performed pretty well. I wouldn't say you need a glitter glue with all of them except for Egypt, which is the gold shade, and then Alexandra, which is the pink glitter shade there. So I think you need glitter glue with those 2 shades because I had them all over my face, like running down my face throughout the day. So that is something I'll have to try and see if that can work in the future. Other than that, I think they have a pretty like wide variety of tones in here that I haven't seen in a collection altogether before. I think it's a really cool concept, and of course I love the way she named them after her muses. So overall, I think this is a beautiful palette. I love it. I am maybe a little biased because I love all things Kat Von D. So I was really excited to get this. Also, don't forget, if you want to see the video of me putting these 2 palettes head to head, I'll do one eye with the Kat Von D 10th anniversary collection palette and one with the Saint and Sinner palette to try to create the same look using both these palettes. Then click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you can be notified right away when I upload. I think that's all I have for you. I'll probably think of something else later. So have a wonderful day, and I hope you'll be the reason someone smiles today. Bye!